Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alexa. I have a lot of books that I've accumulated over the past few months. A lot of them are from Goodwill, some of them are from the Melrose Trading Post, and some of them are just from like Target and Barnes & Nobles. But let's just jump into it because I have a lot to show y'all. So I'll start with the books that I got from like Target and Barnes & Nobles and stuff. So the first book that I got was Normal People by Sally Rooney. This I actually got from Target, and at this Target they had like a sale section, so it was really cheap. It was like $6. And originally I was never really that interested in buying this just because I heard such mixed reviews and I thought I maybe wouldn't like it. But I have been a little more interested in reading Sally Rooney. I've heard just such mixed things that I'm kind of on the fence of whether I'll like it or not. I also have picked this up because Taylor Swift recommended it, and that's also why I picked up another book in this pile, because I kind of maybe want to do like a video about reading Taylor Swift's favorite books, but we'll see. Next I got It's Not Like It's a Secret. I have had this book on my like want to read list on Goodreads for a long time, and I really don't know much about it other than it's a YA about like this girl who falls in love with her best friend, I'm pretty sure. And that was enough for me to pick it up. I'm really excited to read this. I think it'll probably be my next read. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one. All right, the last one I got from Barnes & Nobles was this comic called What If We Were? And it's so cute. I'm obsessed with it. I can't wait to read it. The style is so adorable and it's so unique. Like there's these pages where it's almost like notebook pages. There's like these kind of pages. It's just looks really interesting. Stuff like this. So I know that the concept is basically they're imagining what if we were this, like random objects and random things, and then just kind of seeing what life would be like as that subject. And that's all I know about it, but I'm really excited to read this one. All right, so the rest of these I got from Goodwill, which is so amazing. I love getting books from Goodwill because they're super cheap and obviously like you're reusing them, and I've just found some amazing stuff. First book I got is Leave the World Behind, which I'm super excited for. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, and it's a hardcover, looks like this, and it's in perfect condition, and I got it for like $3, and I'm really excited about it. I don't know much about what it's about at all, other than I've just like seen it around, I've seen the cover, I've heard good things. So yeah, got this one. Next I got Kristen Hanna's The Nightingale, which I also couldn't believe that I found at Goodwill. It's in perfect condition. It looks so great. I know this is about like, this is a historical fiction and it follows like these two sisters, and it's kind of a chunky one. So I think, you know, it might take me a while to actually pick this one up. But nonetheless, I'm really excited, and I've never read a Kristen Hanna book before. The next thing I got was Bad Feminist by Roxane Gay. This is another one I really don't know much about. I just have heard good things. When I see like familiar books at Goodwill, I just pretty much get them immediately, especially because this one Goodwill that I go to has like no Wi-Fi or like internet in there, so I can't look it up on Goodreads, so I'm really just guessing. But yeah, I've heard good things about this. I've heard great things about Roxane Gay and their writing, so I'm super excited to read this one. Take a shot every time I say I'm excited. I'm really excited, y'all. I'm so excited. All right, so the next one I got is Annihilation, which is another one didn't know anything about going into it. I've seen this cover before in passing, but I didn't remember anyone talking about it or anything like that when I first saw this book at Goodwill. But I read the back and it sounded really interesting. It said it like follows a group of 4 women, an anthropologist, a surveyor, a psychologist, and a leader who's a biologist. So it sounds really interesting. When I looked it up on Goodreads, it didn't have like the best reviews. They weren't all negative, but they were kind of mixed. So I'm interested to see where this will go. The next book I got is The Girl on the Train. I'm really excited about this one because it's, I feel like, a pretty classic thriller. I guess. Hopefully that's the right genre. Yeah, I mean, this one, I feel like it's pretty iconic. A lot of people love this one, and I've never read it before, so I saw it there and I picked her up. Next, I got Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. I was actually pretty interested in reading this after I read City of Girls because I wanted to see what else Elizabeth Gilbert wrote. And I'm not obsessed with the idea of this book. I think part of it will be really interesting, but again, have heard mixed things. But this is another one that Taylor Swift has either recommended or talked about reading at some point, and it's been documented on the internet. I think it will definitely be an interesting one. I don't know if it'll be good, but I hope it will. I hope it'll be somewhat worth it. Let's take a little shift into classics because I got a few classics at Goodwill. To start, I got The Outsiders, which I got this like really cool edition, and I've never read The Outsiders, so I'm really excited about this, honestly. Like, I feel like I'll really like it. And I really like the edition I got, and I really get excited when I find classics at Goodwill because classics are something I don't really want to buy at full price necessarily, so I feel like it's perfect when you find them at Goodwill and they're cheap and you don't feel bad about buying them because I might not read it for a while. Another classic that I got is The Catcher in the Rye. I've also never read this. Hope my English teacher never sees this video. I'm so sorry. I just had a lot of trouble reading for school, so I never read this when I had to read it for school. But anyway, moving on. I am really excited to read this now because I think I would really appreciate it now, and I don't know, I'm excited for it. And I really like this edition. I love this cover. The next classic that I got is Pride and Prejudice. I got this really cool edition. It's hardcover. It says on the side, best loved classics. Looks like this. I've never read Pride and Prejudice, and I just really like this edition. Like, it looks like really old, and like it smells like an old book. It's so great. I'm really excited. I've really wanted to read a Jane Austen for a while, but I just never got around to it, and I never really wanted to buy one at full price, so I'm excited that I got this now. The next classic is Slaughterhouse-Five. I've also never read this. I really don't know much about Slaughterhouse-Five, but my friend was telling me after I bought it that they think I would really like it. Oh, there's a bookmark in it. Oh my god, this is a cool bookmark. It's from bookdepository.com. It says #love this quote, and I guess like in theory you would like do it like this, right? I don't know, but that's fun. This person stopped at page 8. So that's promising. So yeah, I'm really excited to get into this one. I really do enjoy classics when they're a good classic, so I feel like, I don't know, I have a feeling I'll like this one. And the last sort of classic we have is The Giver, and I'm so excited about this one. This one's it's a little damaged on the back, but I honestly just didn't care. I love The Giver. The Giver is actually the book that really got me back into reading in like 7th or 8th grade. I had to read it for school, and I did. This time I did. I did read it for school. It really made me fall in love with reading again. So I'm really excited that I got this edition because I read like, you know, the mass-produced paperback one that's like really tiny, but this one is so beautiful and I'm so excited to have it now. I've always wanted to rebuy it, but I just never did. So gosh, I'm really excited, and I'm so excited to reread this. Like, I feel like it's just gonna be a whole new experience now that I'm not in 7th grade. So yeah, I'm excited for her. Next one I got was Wow, No Thank You by Samantha Irby. And I think this is like a collection of short stories that are all like very comedic and lighthearted. And I've heard pretty good things about this book. And I really like a good short story collection when I'm feeling it, so I feel like this will be great. I've never really read a book that has, I don't know, really made me laugh or I've found just like really funny, and I've heard that this is really funny. So I'm excited, and look at this cover. How fun. Love it. I'm gonna show you these two things that I got that are a bit childish, but they have reasons behind them. First thing I got was Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I saw this at Goodwill and I literally had a flashback. Like, I can't even explain it to you. I was like, I swear I've read this when I was a kid and it was really scary to me. So I wanted to buy it and see if it was like familiar to me, and I just feel like it'd be really fun to reread now as an adult. I also got this The Loud House comic. I simply got this because my younger brother really likes The Loud House, and I thought this would be such a good way to get him to read. It's just so cute. It like shows all the little characters and it's like a whole comic, you know? So I thought that was really cute, so I got that for him. So we're down to the last 3. All right. And these are probably like 3 of my favorite finds, to be honest. So the first one is When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. I'm so excited about this one. This is marketed as a thriller. I've heard it's a little less thrilling than a lot of people have anticipated, but I've still heard that it's like really good and that it like has almost like Get Out vibes, which really intrigues me. Next, I found this book. First of all, look at the cover of this. It's stunning. It's titled Bruja by Wendy C. Ortiz. And I knew nothing about this book going into it. I've never seen this cover before. I just saw the cover and was so intrigued. Like, it's just so beautiful, and like these hands, and there's like little moths on the corner. And then when I opened it up, it looks almost like it's just a very oddly formatted book. Like, it looks sort of like this, almost like how certain poetry books would look or something, you know? But then when I opened the book, the first page had a little definition of the word dreamoir, which means a narrative derived from the most malleable and revelatory details of one's dreams, cataloged in bold detail. A literary adventure through the boundaries of memoir, where the self is viewed from a position anchored into the deepest recesses of the mind. So that sounds so cool, and I'm so excited. And the person at like the register even said that they read something by this author and it's a really good author. So I'm so excited about this. And I even looked them up on Instagram, and their whole Instagram is like all of this incredible art. I'm almost positive they created the cover because their Instagram is like all this really cool art. So I'm so excited to read this one. Okay, hold it. I forgot 2 books. So this book I actually got from the Melrose Trading Post, and this is Nobody Knows My Name by James Baldwin. I love this edition. It has like these blue sprayed edges and it smells so much like an old book. I've read Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin and absolutely loved it. I don't really know what this one's about at all, but I'm totally fine with going in blind. I think it's just gonna be good no matter what. These last 2 books are my absolute pride and joy, my treasured items, like my prized possessions. I mean that deeply. So let's get into it. The first one I got from Melrose Trading Post. Basically, I was at this booth that was selling these books, and they had this little section of like these older books, like, you know, the ones that like are just so fancy looking and like no one really reads because they're just so fancy looking. So I went over to that section and I saw this book, and it was priced on the inside as $25, and I was like, oh my god, I'm not buying this for $25, but I'll ask just in case. And it ended up not being $25. Thank goodness I asked, and it was only like $3 or $4, literally. I can't even believe it. It is The Girlhood of Shakespeare's Heroines, and it looks like this. I mean, it's breathtaking. It's literally jaw-dropping. I couldn't believe this when I found this. It's so beautiful. The side looks like this, and it basically just goes into the girlhood of Shakespeare's heroines. It goes into Juliet, Beatrice, and Olivia. And it also has this like beautiful image of Olivia on the inside, and it's perfect. It's perfect. I don't know if I'll ever actually read it, but I'm obsessed with it. All right, last but not least, I got this book from Goodwill. It's more of a comic, and it's called O Infante. It looks like this. This is what the back looks like. It is so beautiful. Like, it literally takes my breath away. Like, I can't. This is what the inside looks like. And on the inside it says, O Infante, a Portuguese boy's love. And it says, the Infante is a nobility title meaning prince in Portugal and Spain. It says, the first English translation was done by me, as O Infante was my master's degree's final project when studying at Kingston University. I wanted to make this book available in English for the longest time, so this is a tentative first edition. So this is really exciting. It's so cool. Like, someone literally just like did this themselves, and I'm just so impressed by it. It's so beautiful. Like, the artwork, it's amazing. Here's some really amazing pages. I really don't know much of what the comic is specifically about, but all of that just sounds so interesting to me. It also says on the back this person's Tumblr, so I'll link their Tumblr down below. I am so excited to read this. It looks so cute and so precious. That's all for this book haul. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you pick up some of these books. They look amazing. I can't wait to read them and discuss them here with you guys. So thanks again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys. How many